Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Just a quick announcement. I got my mugs done. I opened up my Etsy shop, so I did make a video on that if you want to check that out, or if you just want to go straight to check out my Etsy shop. I will leave a link down below, and there is a 10% off coupon for you to use if you decide to purchase anything, which I greatly appreciate. If not, that's cool. If you do, that's cool. That's great. I appreciate it. So I just wanted to make that quick announcement that this is what I've been working on. Bring a little bit of Jill's Capricorn Tarot home with you. Okay. I have a couple different designs. It's the Capricorn Tarot, and then I've made a couple different things, a couple different designs. I'm going to have t-shirts and other things going on too, but you can check out that video if you want. All right, so let's go see what's going on with Capricorn. So we're going to look at past, current, and future energies. We're going to get some clarifiers and then close out with an oracle. So for past energies, we have the Earth Mother, we have nature, and we have the Tower, okay? A lot going on there in the past, right? The nature card is the Capricorn card. Those are all major cards, right? The Tower, the Devil, and the Empress. Current energies, 8 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Future energies, 3 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Overall energies, the Harvest, love that. I feel like it's fulfillment, right? So for overall energies, I feel like it's that fulfillment with those changes, even though there was a Tower energy here in the past, and something happened and something had to be rebuilt, but I feel like it's stronger and better than it was before. That even though like you had to go through those changes, and going through those changes, it didn't feel so good at the time, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? I just feel like I keep, you know, having to go through all of this stuff, but I feel like it was a lot of growing, and it was a lot of learning, and it was a lot of challenges. You know, I'm Capricorn Sun and the Capricorn Rising, so I definitely, you know, that's what I've been saying in my readings, is I feel like Capricorn has gone through so much over the last decades, if not longer, of all of this stuff kind of happening and happening and happening, and we weren't getting to those rewards. But I feel like with this Earth Mother here and this Empress, it's like it was a lot of growing pains, right? You kind of go through that when you go through a lot of growing pains, and I feel like that's what this Tower and this Devil card was here, is it was a lot of learning. It was almost like you got it all thrown at you at once. But now I feel like you're coming into this energy where we have the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. I almost feel like you're taking all of this information that you learned in the past, you're laying it all down, because she has her mat. She has her wands laid out, she has her flowers laid out, she has her string laid out. So she's going to make these bundles, but she's like working on it, right? She's got her work gloves on, and she's taking that time to work through this, figuring out what is her next step. And I feel like that's you, because I feel like that sort of survival mode here is kind of ended, right? Because we always have a few things hanging around. But then we're kind of laying things out now on what it is that we want to do. And we have the 6 of Pentacles here, which is sharing. So she's standing here and she's sharing with this person who is handing those flowers to her. But there's this person who has the dice hidden in his hand behind him, and he's still looking for a handout. So I feel like, you know, it's being careful on who you're sharing with. And I feel like you're being more careful, like you're seeing things that maybe you hadn't seen before, and you're being more careful of who you give yourself to, and who you focus on, and who you spend time with, and who you have your dealings with, and you're kind of laying all things out, and you're kind of looking to see what is going to work best for you. And with this Harvest card, I feel like it feels very fulfilling, because you're making those right moves now, right? Here you may have been in survival. Now you're able to take that time to sort through all of these things that you've learned in the past, and then moving towards the future, right? We love that 3 of Wands, getting on that ship, right? Making moves doesn't necessarily have to mean, you know, physically that you're actually doing those, but I feel like either mentally or physically you're making the moves, right? You're making things happen. You are going on those adventures, you're doing those things, you're organizing. Maybe your home feels cozier, right? She's organizing her wands, 7 of Wands. She's organizing those wands the way that she wants them to. It's a cozy little area there that she's feeling more comfortable in her own skin, and that can be you too. Is you feeling more comfortable in your own skin, that you are looking out for yourself and you are making those choices that are best for you. And you're standing up for yourself, right? Because that's what 7 of Wands is that you're standing up for yourself and you're making those choices that are right for you and moving on from those things that you need to move on from and embracing those things that you want to embrace and choosing those people that are right for you and doing those things that make you feel fulfilled and happy, right? To give you this harvest. Number 20, which is the Judgment card, because things start happening for you because you are in a good frame of mind and you are making those good choices for yourself. Things start happening, things start falling in place, right? Because you're not feeling trapped back here. All right, let me use these. I feel like using these. So let's get some clarifiers. So we have the Knight of Cups. All right. We have, yeah, I feel like you were feeling very alone here, that you were really struggling, that it was really some big changes going on, that you were feeling, okay, we have the 7 of Swords where we have the fox there, where you're feeling, I feel like there were a lot of things that you had to walk away from back here, that you had to walk away from, you had to leave, you had to move on from, that I feel like there was a lot going on here, even though it was growth, even though it was learning, I feel like that was definitely very challenging, and that's definitely what I felt like for Capricorns. We have the 5 of Swords here where he's kind of been through the battle, he's been through it all, he's kind of just not letting what other people have to say affect him anymore. He's like, okay, I have all my swords, I'm packing up and I'm moving, right? I'm moving on from this energy right here, right? I'm sorting things out, I'm figuring things out, I'm getting there. I feel like you're not quite there yet, like this is a process, like you're getting there and you're learning and you're making those choices. And sometimes it can be overwhelming, right? Because sometimes we have this back energy, this past energy that wants to creep back in and pull us back to that old energy, but we have to fight to make sure that we keep moving forward with our progress, right? Because if we're trying to change our patterns, our thought patterns, our perceptions, our relationships, you know, the things that we do, if we were not happy with them back here, if we're trying to change those things, that's something that's going to take some time. That's not something that happens overnight. And we have to realize that that can be challenging, but I also feel like that opens up a lot of opportunities and doors for new things, new relationships. The relationship that you have with yourself because you're making better decisions, the relationships that you have with other people, definitely, because this is attached to that, right? Being more careful about who you spend your time with and who you share things with. Sometimes there's people in our lives that we like to keep in our lives, but we have to keep more of a distance because they're not taking the information, our vulnerability, and they're not being careful with it. They're just kind of, you know, just being reckless with it. And we're like, okay, well, I'm not going to give you that opportunity for me to be vulnerable to you anymore because you don't know how to appreciate that, right? You don't respect that. You don't, you know, be careful with that vulnerability that I am showing you. We have the King of Cups where I feel like things become easier, right? Once you start making things into a pattern of making those changes, making better choices for yourself, surrounding yourself with positive people, that you take things slow, that you do things at a pace that is good for you, that you don't get overwhelmed, that things become easier, and it's a pattern that you can fall into easier, right? Sometimes we will have those moments where we will look back and we will be, you know, we may be drawn back, but we're like, no, like I learned a lot from that. Sometimes we don't realize all that we're learning back here when we're going through all of these things until we've moved away from it and we look back and we say, wow, I really learned a lot from that. You know, I'm so proud of myself for making those changes and learning a lot from that and progressing and getting myself to this better place where there getting myself to this 9 of Cups, right? I love it. I love it. The wish card has been coming out a lot at the end of the readings for Capricorn, and I love it. And I love this harvest card because that's so fulfilling, right? Making those wishes and those dreams and those goals come true, and looking back and say, wow, it's taking me a while to get here, but look at my next step, right? I'm looking back, but I don't want to stay that because I want to look forward, because the next card is the Nine of Cups. And having that fulfillment and having those dreams, right? Just like I did with my Etsy shop. You know, it was like a hard work, you know, definitely years in the making. I had a lot of, you know, times where I started to have a business, and then life got in the way and changes and all of this happened, and now it's like I'm at the point where, yeah, like now I can do this, right? And I'm so excited, and I'm having that harvest, right? And appreciating yourself for all the work that you've done and all these steps that you've gone through and everything that you've done, and patting yourself on the back, right? Patting yourself on your back, feeling more cozy or feeling better in your own skin because you're making those right choices for yourself. All right, look at that. Ace of Pentacles, new business, new ventures, new beginnings, new feelings, right? Love that. Ace of Pentacles, especially with that having come out right after the Nine of Cups. Those new beginnings, those new feelings, right? Feeling more grounded, feeling like you've got your feet on the ground, firmly planted on the ground, and you know where you're going and you know what you want to do, and you're making things happen, right? You're making your home area nice and cozy and safe for you, but you're also exploring, right? You're feeling like you can go outside of that comfort zone and you can still explore things and do things because you're trusting yourself. All right, so let's get a fortune reading card. Goals, look at that. That definitely goes with the Nine of Cups, those goals. That's what I was saying. Those wishes, those dreams, those goals, reaching those. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. They will be achieved because you are in that frame of mind that you will make things happen and you will have that harvest, right? Goals, again, with the Ace of Pentacles, that you are strong, you are confident, and you can make your goals come true and reap that harvest because you have put the work and the energy and the effort, and you have learned and you have grown, and you will achieve those. And that is the frame of mind you need to be in. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.